Yeah, I mean, I finished the season healthy. Obviously, I was able to come back and pitch, and so that was a really positive note. But I was still went into it as if, hey, I did have an injury, and so I addressed it. I went into physical therapy right away, and just took more of an approach instead of trying to get in the gym and gain strength and all that stuff right away. I took more of a, let's get feeling good approach instead of let's try to make huge gains approach.
Did you have to go through any postseason kind of review to assure that surgery wasn't going to be required to replace?
We did that before I came back. I had a follow-up MRI to make sure everything was healing, and it was. And so, myself and the medical team were all confident that everything was good. That's ultimately why I got clearance to come back and pitch. So.
Steven, Bo said one of the reasons that they didn't go sign pitching in free agency is because they have guys like you coming back. How much confidence does that put in you that they're looking at you to fill a big role this season?
Yeah, that does. I mean, it's disappointing last year for me signing with the team. I was really excited to be part of the Cardinals organization. To not really contribute was tough. So, reflecting on that, like I said, I took a different approach this year. I really just want to come to spring training feeling really good, and just so I can get a good start to contribute this year. And so for him to say stuff like that, that is really cool and definitely gives me some confidence.
Steven, what's your communication with Dusty been like this winter, and then what are you looking forward to in terms of him running the pitches?
Yeah, I think Dusty, he pays a lot of attention to details, and he's really on top of his stuff. And talking to him in a few conversations I had, so I'm looking forward to that, just to see what type of stuff he finds when you dive deep on certain stuff. But yeah, and then just a throwing program, he seems like he really has that down. I think from his college days, he explained that was something that was really important. If you don't keep guys healthy, you lose your job in college because you have such a short window. So that was something that he is really seems like he's figured out well, and I learned a few things in speaking with him.
Dakota went as far as to say that Dusty changed my view of the game itself.
Oh, wow.
As far as kind of that understanding analytics and putting it into play.
Yeah.
Where do you land in that sort of?
Yeah, I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm open to everything, but I also know that some of that could play against me sometimes. Just for me personally, when I think too much, for me, I like to simplify things more. But I think Dusty has a really good approach in understanding that and understanding each individual and what they need as far as that goes. So, in talking to him, I'm excited to hear what he has to say. But also, I know that he's not, so strict on what he sees. He understands that there's a emotion aspect to the game and a competitive aspect to the game, and it's not just all analytics. So,
from being in the bullpen a little bit last year, obviously dealing with a couple trips on the IL as well, and then now kind of in a role where you probably could get good starters for a foreseeable future again. Is there any challenges with kind of balancing like your preparation in either role, or do you feel like it's probably going to be pretty easy to get back to spring training like you do this year?
yeah, I think it'll be pretty easy. I've been starting now, and I don't know. This is my 8th spring training as coming in as a starter, so I think I know what I have to do. I think ultimately with the injuries last year, I took a little bit of a different approach going into the off season. But I think going to spring training, I can understand what I have to do to build up and be ready to, start a game in April. So.
What does spring look like for you from like a veteran mentorship perspective, knowing that Adam and Miles at least are going to be gone for whatever a couple of weeks it's going to be? What does it look like from your seat as a guy who has been there and does have that experience?
Yeah, I think, just honestly, I learned from Wayne on how to do that. He does that so great. He's so approachable. And so I think that's all I can be, is just approachable. I think that's the best way to kind of, if any young guys have any questions, just be approachable.
Steven, when you look at the rotation as a whole, how important is, and this includes Dakota too, how important is it to have such ample experience as a combination between all of you?
I think it is really important because there's so many ups and downs in the season. I think that's really where experience comes in, is just understanding that and kind of getting things from each other. Obviously Wayno's been around forever, but Miles has been around a long time, different guys. And I think having that experience really helps to not ride the highs and the lows of the season.
What do you think? You went through Albert and Yadi's last season last year. It's going to be Wayne's final season. Can you just talk about maybe what you didn't know about him before you became his teammate, and what do you think this final ride will be like with him?
I think it would be really cool. I don't, has he announced that it's his last year yet? So, okay, so I was hoping he may maybe get a couple more. But I think I hope everybody honors him like he does. He's been just a great human being beyond the game, in baseball. And yeah, I know he's going to have a great year, and I'm excited for that. And everything I've heard about him, I had such high expectations on him, and then when I actually got to play, he actually exceeded all those expectations, just as a teammate, as a person, just the way he goes about on the field, off the field. He really is special, and so I'm just thankful I got to play with him.
Steven, you and Jack finished the year in the bullpen. What's the potential of the rotation if you two are full strength?
I think we could be really good. I know what I'm capable of personally, and I just, I want to be healthy, and so I can reach that. And I got to see what Jack is capable of, when he was healthy, and I guess it was, back in 2019 when he was one of the best pitchers in the game. And so I think we have a really good rotation, and I think we all believe in each other and believe in that as well.
You heard Adam's CD yet?
I've heard a couple of the songs. I haven't heard the CD, no.
You're trying to get it into your house, is he
Opening act.
Yeah.
right? He's looking to book himself now.
Yeah.
Steven, have you been able to build any sort of relationship with Contreras Wilson? I know he's been down in Jupiter. What do you think about pitching to him and having him as a teammate also?
Yeah, I'm excited. Obviously, you can you play against him. You see what type of passion he brings to the game. And I haven't built any type of relationship with him yet. I'll be heading down to Florida next week, and so maybe I'll get to see him and maybe throw to him a little bit. I did work out with a guy who was raving about him and when he threw to him when he was with the Cubs, and so all that stuff's great to hear. And obviously, he's a tough guy to play against. He's a really good player, and so it's cool to have him on our team.